The fashion industry's dirty secret just got exposed in the most shocking way possible. According to Yahoo Finance, Princess Eugenie's new campaign reveals how counterfeit fashion is literally funding human trafficking networks across the globe. We're not talking about innocent knockoff handbags here. This is a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise that's destroying lives while you shop for fake designer goods. The campaign shows Eugenie examining counterfeit handbags in Manhattan, but what she discovered will make your skin crawl. These fake fashion networks are using the same routes and methods as human traffickers, with profits directly funding modern slavery operations. The princess isn't just fighting fashion fakes. She's exposing how your cheap designer dupe could be financing someone's nightmare. Every time you buy that suspiciously affordable designer bag, you might be unknowingly supporting one of the world's most horrific crimes. Are you ready to know the truth about what your fashion choices really fund?
The luxury fashion world is in complete meltdown after Italy's ethical fashion king got caught in a massive Russia scandal. Yahoo Finance reveals Brunello Cucinelli, the brand that built its entire identity on humanistic capitalism, is now accused of secretly operating stores in Moscow while publicly supporting Russia's sanctions. This is the company that charges $3,000 for a sweater because they claim to be morally superior to other luxury brands. But Morpheus research just exposed them for allegedly misleading shareholders about their Russian operations, causing their stock to crash 17.3% in one day. Bernstein warns that Cucinelli is losing trust, which means losing status as the Italian Hermes. The scandal is so bad that analysts are saying valuations are like reputations, built over time, lost overnight. This isn't just about business ethics, it's about how luxury brands have been lying to customers about their values while secretly profiting from conflicts. The ethical luxury movement just got exposed as complete fraud. Chuckles?
K-pop princess Lisa just broke the internet with the most controversial performance outfit in music history. AOL reports that Blackpink's Lisa wore a miniskirt so short it left her bottom completely exposed during her Deadline World Tour, sparking a global debate about performer responsibility. The video resurfaced this week and has already amassed over 15 million views, with fans calling it highly inappropriate and indecent exposure. But here's what makes the scandal even more shocking. Lisa has a pattern of pushing boundaries that's dividing her fan base. From her pantless Met Gala look to her Crazy Horse Paris performance in underwear, she's systematically destroying the innocent K-pop image. Critics are comparing her to Sabrina Carpenter's provocative tour moves, saying female performers are being pressured to sexualize themselves for attention. The real question isn't whether Lisa's outfit was appropriate. It's whether the music industry is forcing young women to choose between staying relevant and maintaining their dignity. This controversy reveals the dark side of pop stardom that nobody wants to discuss.
Gen Z just brought back the two most hated fashion trends in history, and the internet is having a complete meltdown. Yahoo Entertainment reveals that Pink Pantheress and Lotto wore the most controversial Y2K disasters at the Nike Skims launch: dress over pants and leg warmers with heels. These are the exact trends that made everyone cringe in 2005, and now celebrities are forcing us to relive our worst fashion nightmares. Teen Vogue admits that many might hate these two trends, especially those who have already gone through a cycle, but they're defending it as playful experimentation. The dress over pants look was originally popularized by Disney Channel stars like Miley Cyrus and Hilary Duff, embodying what they call the obsessive nature of double layering. But fashion experts are warning this Y2K renaissance is being driven by TikTok nostalgia from people who weren't even alive when these trends were popular the first time. This isn't fashion evolution, it's fashion amnesia, and we're all being forced to suffer through the worst style mistakes of the 2000s again.
The tech fashion world just exploded with a $300 million investor scandal that's exposing how startup culture is destroying the industry. The NY Journals reports that a major tech fashion company is now embroiled in massive investor fraud, but the details are being kept suspiciously quiet. This scandal is hitting during Fashion Week, when the industry is most vulnerable to negative publicity. Tech fashion startups have been promising to revolutionize the industry with AI, sustainable materials, and direct-to-consumer models. But investors are discovering that many of these companies are built on lies. The $300 million figure suggests this isn't just accounting errors. It's systematic fraud that could destroy investor confidence in fashion innovation. What makes this even more shocking is how the fashion press is trying to bury the story while promoting other tech fashion launches. This scandal reveals how venture capital has corrupted fashion entrepreneurship, with startups prioritizing fundraising over actual product development. The tech fashion bubble is bursting, and investors are finally realizing they've been funding fashion fantasies instead of real businesses.
Princess Eugenie just exposed the fashion industry's most horrifying secret. Your fake designer bag is funding human trafficking. Yahoo Finance reveals her new campaign showing how counterfeit fashion networks use the same routes and methods as human traffickers, with profits directly financing modern slavery. This isn't about protecting luxury brand profits, it's about stopping actual human suffering. The princess examined counterfeit handbags in Manhattan and discovered that these fake fashion operations are sophisticated criminal enterprises that exploit vulnerable people at every level. From the factories using forced labor to create the fakes, to the trafficking networks that transport them, to the money laundering systems that hide the profits. Counterfeit fashion is a gateway crime that funds the world's most horrific abuses. Every time someone buys a suspiciously cheap designer item, they're potentially supporting a system that destroys lives. The campaign reveals that fashion fakes aren't victimless crimes. They're funding networks that traffic real people. This exposes how consumer demand for cheap luxury is literally financing human misery across the globe.
Italy's most ethical luxury brand just got exposed for the biggest hypocrisy scandal in fashion history. Yahoo Finance reveals that Brunello Cucinelli, the company that charges $3,000 for sweaters because of their humanistic capitalism, has been secretly operating in Russia while publicly supporting Ukraine sanctions. This is the brand that built its entire identity on moral superiority, claiming to be different from other luxury companies because of their ethical values. But short seller Morpheus Research just destroyed their reputation by alleging the company misled shareholders about their Russian business activities. The stock crashed 17.3% in one day as investors realized they'd been funding a company that preaches ethics while practicing deception. Bernstein warns that Cucinelli is losing trust, which means losing status as the Italian Hermes, because valuations are like reputations, built over time, lost overnight. This scandal exposes how the entire ethical luxury movement is built on lies, with brands using moral messaging as marketing while secretly profiting from conflicts. The luxury fashion industry's moral bankruptcy has finally been exposed for the world to see.